Skill issue or cheese? This is Sparking Zero's biggest dilemma slash problem in Sparking Zero, in my opinion. Beyond the community, like upon the community, like which one is it really? Is it because you're using a certain character or playing a certain way? Or is it because you're not good enough? These are questions that the Sparking Zero community literally answered and asked, because believe it or not, I believe this question has been answered numerous of times, bro. And honestly, I'm here just to put a close to it, honestly. So, this is what I'm going to say, okay? I honestly think it's just straight cheese at this point. Don't get me wrong, there's a little bit of skill issue in here, but the cheese definitely outranks the skill in this game, in my opinion. It definitely is overpowering skill. What do I mean by this? Okay, you pick a character. And you pick a character for one purpose, and you pick this character for that one purpose. Let's say just for unblockable ult. You only use this unblockable ult numerous of times. Now, maybe some of y'all just got Sparking Zero, like this Christmas, so technically y'all wouldn't really know how it felt when Sparking Zero just came out. Like, sure, maybe you've seen videos, but I don't think you really experienced, like, you haven't really seen or felt that experience of going against a cheesy, not even a cheesy character, honestly, just a broken character back then. For example, let's say you was going against a full power Jiren, right? And the only reason why he picked full power Jiren is just to do his ult. I'm going to tell you like it is. You would be rage quitting too. Like most people. That's where most of the community went. Down the drain. Finding something else to do. They went to Marvel Rivals or something. I don't know. But they're not here. They are not here. Some people went back to Xenoverse. Some people went back to Fighters. Because they would rather deal with that bullshit than the bullshit in this game. And you know what? I understand. I completely understand, bro. I used to be a Xenoverse player before all this. I played Fighters and I had a good time. I could never see myself playing in a ranked setting, but I played casual and I had a good time. But this right here, this rank system, this game, no. No, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. It's 2025. It's January 2nd. I'm going to give y'all reasons on why this is not the game, bro. I'm going to give you reasons why this is not the game for this little... If you think you're not good enough, you probably are good enough. You just can't. I'm telling you, these cheesy players always find a way how to play another character. Just the other day, I went against a base form Kefla, right? And guess what all this base form Kefla kept doing? All she kept doing was super attack grabbing me. Now, probably easy fix. Why don't you just vanish? I'm going to tell you the truth. The reason why is because sometimes you just don't get the vanish off. Sometimes you just don't. So am I saying I'm blaming myself? But the fact that she just kept going with that is sad, you know? Me, I love to do my super attacks, but not to a point where it looks like just straight spamming. That's all she did. She didn't even throw no hands. Like, she didn't press X or Y or any other button except for her super attack button and then her ultimate. I was in the Z ranks. I'm like, okay, now I see how you got here. Like, honestly. Ever since they did that little rework on the auto sparks of adding one skill count, now they found another way how to play the game. And I've been seeing so many base form Keflas that is not even funny. It went from Super Saiyan 2 Keflas to base form Keflas. That's my problem now. That's my problem. And I'm not saying the character is my problem. It's the fact that y'all find other ways how to just cheese and do all this other stuff. Just play the game normally, dude. It's okay to do a super attacks in a game. But it's not okay if you're just doing that one thing. That's cheese. Skill issue is more of something you should learn how to avoid. or try to counter and you don't even try, in my opinion. That's skill issue to me. Or you're just not good enough. Like, honestly. But here's the thing, that's why we got rankings in this game. Well, tell me why a S1 is going against a A4. That shouldn't be happening, bro. That shouldn't be happening. Unless his setting says no limit. But here's the thing, though. I heard about this. I went against, when I was in the B ranks, right? I went against my first Z rank. I promise you. And I had similar rank on. The guy even messaged me. I don't know why I'm going against you. He said that. Now, it is a rare occurrence, but it happened. Now, this is where the argument comes in hand, though. Was it skill issue that I lost or cheese? Believe it or not, he wasn't using a cheesy character. He wasn't playing cheesy. He was just better than me. So on my end, that was skill issue. But believe it or not, on his end, he said that the game matched me up with him for some weird reason. So technically, that was just cheese from the game, not him. There is something wrong with the game. Still, you know? And it's probably because of the shrinking player base every day. The player base didn't grow, it's shrinking every day. Because when people hit that rank, or they just said, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this. Nobody doesn't play this game for custom battle, story mode, world tournament, or casual matches mainly. They play this game because of ranked. And single battles is like, will always be upon DP battles. DP battles is actually the most depressing one. And somebody asked me, am I going to get the Z rank on DP battles? Not a chance. There is no chance. The only way how I can do it is if 2 DLCs come out. 2 DLCs come out, and if I like the characters, I'll use those characters for the DP battles. That is it. Because I don't feel like I don't want to do it. I might play DP battles, but I am not going to grind a Z rank for DP battles. That's the difference. I'm not going to put myself through that. I'm not. I just can't. Mentally, this game has destroyed me and other people. I love this game, I really do, but it's not the game. It's actually just the people on the game. Like, this game is very well done. It's just, I can't put myself through that. And I won't. So, it's just that weird, like... And you know what's so funny? Now that I'm a Z rank, I thought it was actually skill issue. Believe it or not. I made a video saying skill issue or cheese, and I said it's cheese, but actually, in my mind, I thought I wasn't good enough. No. I was always good enough. Sure, I wasn't as good as I am now, but... Nah. It's cheese. It's just cheese, bro. If you think just because you can't beat a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, okay, how about this? I'm gonna put it like this to you. If you can get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and an MUI Goku and the strongest characters in the game to a very close game, and they just do something in their kit that you don't have and your kit will never have, that's just cheese in my opinion. That's just cheese. It's a close game and everything. Let's say you're using let's say you're using Super Saiyan 3 Goku and he's using like MUI Goku. And you are having close matches with this guy. In my opinion, that's where you can say it's cheese, in my opinion. Because you are always, if he just picked another character, or if he doesn't do Ultra Barrage like all the time, even though you can learn how to vanish it, it's still a challenge here and there for people. Everybody is different. And I understand that. That's why in my videos, you don't see me getting hit with that move often. You don't. If there's an MUI Goku in my video, bro, you see me get hit with his moves once. Because I don't allow him to hit me with his moves. Because guess what? I have truly honed myself to beat MUI Gokus. I am programmed to beat MUI Gokus. Now, Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas are still my problem. But I am almost programmed to beat Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. As in, like, if you want to beat me, you got to use straight hands. That is it. Your super attacks will not do anything to me anymore. Now that right there, that's just me gaining skills to counter characters. But do you hear that though? I'm not trying to counter the player. I'm trying to counter the character. Now this is where the real conversation starts right there. The fact that I have to work hard to literally focus on beating two characters in the game says way more about the game and the players than me lacking skill. Because I can beat the hell out of any character in the game. I even beat giants with ease, bro. And guess what? They were my weakness at first. I couldn't beat a giant for nothing. Now? Nah, they barely touch me. No. MUI Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and maybe like full power Jiren's. I respect them now. I'm actually cool with them. They just have unblockable ult, but it is what it is. I don't really care at this point. I just play against them. I don't even whine. Unless they do their auto spark like 3 times. If you do it 2 times, I don't care. If you do it 3 times, I'm like, yeah, you're cheesing. You're just straight cheesing. That's what you're doing. Straight cheese. That's where the cheese part comes, you know, like, because it's their playstyle. It's all about playstyle and who they pick. Because they know what they're doing. Just like the little energy absorption thing with Dr. Gero and Android 19. No, it's just straight cheese. Because I lost to an Android 19 not so long ago. I was UI Goku. And he started sending me all these messages and blah, blah, blah. Oh, how do you lose to Android 19 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, dude, it's not about who you're playing. It's about how you play them. If I really wanted to, I could have won that match. But if I did that, I would have to really cheese you. And another thing is Wi-Fi in the game. Sometimes you might not notice something, but the Wi-Fi in the game sometimes, if you are lagging, you might recognize this. I recognize this a lot, believe it or not, and I actually have to stop recording and like fix everything. Your hits won't register. So it'll take 3 hits just to stagger somebody. So I have to play harder. The only way how I can get a very clear hit off, if y'all notice, I've been doing way more super attacks in my past videos. That's because of my lag. Because of this, I have to like get a real like clean hit in. And that's me doing the super attacks. The super attacks are the only things that make somebody react on the first try and the froze. That's not me trying to spam, because I will tell you, I have to sit back and maybe do a super attack more than usual. I don't like it. But that's what the game forced me to do. I can't sit back and I'm hitting somebody in the back, right? And he turns around and hits me in the face and now the whole game's done because I'm lagging. No. See, that's the thing. I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. Because somebody did call me a spammer. And I told him the situation and he understood. Because I'm like, if you ever lagged on this game, I'm hitting you in your back. I even sent him the video. He understood. He was like, yo, you're literally dead ass hitting me in the back, bro. And I'm not being staggered. I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I have to do super attacks. I have to do this. I have to play like that. Now, when I'm not lagging, I don't play like that, believe it or not. I'm throwing a little bit more hands. Now, I don't believe in just straight hands, in my opinion. I don't. Because that's where the Vanish Wars and stuff come from, and I don't like that. I like Vanish Wars still. I'll never like Vanish Wars, you know? I didn't care for Vanish Wars then. I don't care about them now. The only thing I like about Vanish Wars now is that they are very quick. And you actually can really mess up. And you know what? I am okay with that aspect because now it shows that I need to learn more. Or I just need to like keep up with the pace of because you shouldn't be able to vanish every time. Like, I don't think Vanish Wars were meant to be perfected. I don't think they should be. I think they should be perfectly timed. Not just like slightly timed, but perfectly timed. Just like when you vanish your ultimate or a super attack. It should be perfectly timed. Super counters, on the other hand, I think super counters should get a little bit of a buff. Not too much, just a little bit. AKA like how many times you can do it in frames. Because somebody calculated this. You said, oh, you can only do it like, I don't know, every like 4 frames or something. Or blah, blah, blah. And he tested this too. Because if you try to do it right and you miss, it takes like 4 frames. So that's like basically a hit or two from a character. until you can actually like complete an actual number, super counter. And remember, you're trying to. Another thing is, please don't spam the super counters. It's not going to work. It's not going to do you no justice. You're not going to get it. That's why you can't super counter, because you're spamming it. You got to do it sparingly. I'm not saying do it on the first attack, but at least do it miss combo. And at most, you might get it. Because sometimes it's based off of if somebody's about to hit you. Super counter is all about when they're about to hit you, not when they hit you. Okay? So the punch has to look like it almost connects. Okay? That's the key to super counters, in my opinion. Because, nah. And that's the crazy thing. Now that right there, what I just explained, that's just a tip. That's just like literally a skill tip. As in like, hey, instead of flicking it up, see what? I'm getting my super counters up. I'm just not vanishing the guy. This is after the patch too. He got me pretty good with that. But yeah. Honestly though, it's like I'm trying my these are one of the games I want to do so well in, you know. I want Sparking Zero to do so well. It's January. It's January 1st. I mean, January 2nd. My bad. It's literally the next day. I didn't make no videos yesterday. It's literally just the fact. It's just the fact that I really, really, really don't want the community to die out completely. And now I'm facing like the same 3 players. And believe it or not, this is happening now. Because of people ran out most of the fan base, the player base, I am literally fighting the same guys on Z rank. The same guys over and over and over again. And you might sound like, oh, at least you're winning all the time, but that's not entertaining. When I was in the S ranks, I used to fight this hit player. All he did was spam. He beat me once. I beat him 12 times. And when he finally beat me, he didn't even give me a rematch I deserved. Because he knows all he does is the instantaneous move. You can see him in my videos. His name is Big Pab. Or Pub. Or something like that. I don't know. He's a hit player. Big Pab. He has a hand icon. Yes. This is how you know this is how you know it's messed up. I can remember cheese players better than the best players I ever fought. Because they're just so memorable. Cheese players will always be memorable. We always remember the bad things, about people, than the good things. Because guess what? Honestly, Big Pab, he has hands. But his go-to is straight the, I believe it's called Assassin's Art or something like that. It's an instantaneous move. And he uses that like, I'm going to tell you the truth. He uses it over 20 times a match. That's the most I've ever seen somebody use a move. The most I ever used the same move is sparingly. Well, not sparingly, but I use it very spaciously. As in, like, I use it at least 5 times out the match, between maybe potentially 6. But I never use it in a way to where this is all I have in my kit. No. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. If I'm using a Golden Frieza, I'm only using No Hard Feelings. But I'm not just going to use No Hard Feelings. As in, like, I'm going to throw hands to mix it up with my No Hard Feelings, because it's the other move I told y'all in my videos. It's trash. I don't use it. See? That right there. Big Pab literally is the epitome of just straight cheese. It's not a skill issue if I lose to him. He's just straight cheese, because I can vanish him as many times as I want. But what if one moment, right? Let's say if he knocks me down to the ground. It's hard to vanish when you're already down on the ground. You can do it, but it's very hard. Because you're trying... See, here's the thing. When you do your recovery, right? It doesn't mix in with vanishing. So you have to pick one. You got to stay on that ground, or you got to accept it. See, you see where I'm coming from now? That's the problem. You got to pick and choose. You got to pick your poison. Because guess what? Some people can't vanish as good as me. So let's say they get a Sonic Sway off on you. And you have one bar key. And they're about to do a rush move. Guess what? You can take that rush move. As in, like, you're going to be put in the key sickness. Or you can literally, you can take it. Or you can block it. Or vanish it. You only have three options after that point. Sure, you can dodge it, but believe it or not, he's going to catch you lacking. You're going to be caught just blocking. And when you do, you're going to be playing the key sickness. Then he's going to charge up, get an auto spark, and do his ultimate, and you're screwed, buddy. And guess what? You can get out of key sickness. All you have to do is spam all the buttons. And it'll, like, you know, recover your key faster. And that's a great trick. It's great. But you're still in key sickness, though. That's literally like 3 seconds of him, like, doing anything he wants with you. You can literally get 10,000 damage between 25,000 damage off in 3 seconds. It's possible. I've seen it. Like, dude did one move. He did a super attack. Then he did a key super attack. And right there, that was like 27,000 damage. Like, I said, oh, no. Oh, no. No, that's cheese. Here's the thing. I play like that, though. That's the funny thing. That's my play style. My playstyle is, if you noticed in a lot of my videos, if you're a fan of me, you notice I get a lot of people into key sickness. A lot of people. That's just my playstyle. Because I want them, it might seem disrespectful, but I get a lot of people in key sickness. That's just how it is. Now, is that cheesy? Yeah, a little bit. But here's the thing. You just have to get out of it. Now, do I do it every time? No, I don't want to do that every time to somebody. If I did it once, I try not to do it again to somebody because I think it gets cheesy. It's to a point where, all right, I already did my ult on you this way. I can do it in another way. I don't want to keep doing this to you this way because, number one, that's how you unmotivate people to play the game. That's not my goal. Because guess what? Usually after all my matches, I usually just talk to the guy or the person. I'd be like, yo, you're actually really good. And then maybe they might send an insult, or usually 9 out of 10, they just say GG and we talk a little bit. And we, you know, be like, hey, you can train with me. Like, literally, I'm training with this one guy right now. Very cool. It was the Beerus player in my Full Power GM video not so long ago. I trained with him. He's really good. He beat me. I'm Z rank and he beat me. He's like a A3. Really good. But yeah, skill issue or cheese? It's cheese. It's cheese, guys. That's my answer. That's my answer. Anyway, this will be the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you agree with. Tell me what you did. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.